Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. Today, we're going to tackle a problem that, let's be honest, almost every single developer and product team has bumped into at some point. I'm talking about securely sharing files without completely derailing your entire day. We're going to be looking directly at Dilnaka's Secure by Default S3 file platform, and specifically, we're going to really focus on how to achieve completely frictionless, secure file sharing using their expiring links. I mean, seriously, think about it for a sec. How much time do you actually waste fighting IAM access policies just to share one simple file? You know the feeling. You're in the zone, writing great code, and suddenly someone on your team pings you, "Hey, can you send me those 3 image assets from the bucket?" And just like that, you are pulled completely out of your flow state. You're digging through AWS documentation, you're messing with JSON files, and honestly just praying you don't accidentally expose the wrong data. It's an everyday frustration, and it totally breaks your momentum. Which brings us to the absolute core philosophy of the source material we're looking at today. It gives us a very clear, highly actionable directive. Stop fighting S3 policies. Seriously, just stop. Dilnaka's whole approach is that your team needs to spend its time shipping product, not wiring up storage edge cases. Let the platform handle the bucket creation, let it handle the delivery defaults, so you can actually focus on your team's velocity. All right, Section 1, the S3 sharing headache. Let's unpack why traditional file sharing is such a massive headache for modern teams. Because, well, we really need to understand the pain to appreciate the solution. Normally, standing up a secure file share means running this gauntlet of configuration. But Dilnaka offers zero config S3 buckets. This completely removes the friction. You don't have to hand-edit policy JSONs, you don't have to battle CORE's routing rules, and you don't have to fight public access blocks. It centralizes your file management so that just making a simple PDF or image available doesn't magically turn into this sprawling infrastructure task. Moving right along, Section 2, creating expiring links. So how do we actually get those files out into the world securely? Well, the Dilnaka dashboard brilliantly illustrates exactly how straightforward this process is. Just looking at the interface for managing uploaded assets, you'll notice how visually intuitive it is. You don't even need a command line. You simply check the boxes next to the files you want, like 3 specific image assets, for example, navigate up to the Bulk Actions menu, and just click the button that says Share as Link. It's immediate. This really boils down a normally complex, error-prone backend chore into 3 incredibly simple, user-driven steps. Step 1, pick the app and the files you want. That could be a single document, a multi-file selection, or even an entire folder. Step 2, set the expiry. And Step 3, create the link. Literally, that is the entire workflow. And here is the absolute best part, this time bomb feature in the dialog box. You are completely in the driver's seat here. When you hit that Share as Link button, you can set an expiry from as short as a quick 5-minute window to as long as 30 days. There are quick buttons for 1 hour, 1 day, 7 days, or 30 days. It gives you strict, granular control over exactly how long those files are out in the wild. Once you've chosen your lifetime and hit Create Share Link, boom, you instantly get your result. A beautifully clean, secure, public URL is generated right there in the dashboard. With just one click of that Copy Link button, it is ready to be dropped into Slack, an email, or a text message to your recipient. Okay, Section 3, the recipient experience. Because let's face it, sending the link is really only half the battle, right? We have to look at what your recipient actually sees. We've all been on the receiving end of a terrible file sharing experience. Instead of hitting a terrifying bare-bones XML error page because a permission was slightly off, your recipient gets this highly polished, clean public download page. It gives them everything they need at a glance. They see the total size of the files, a live countdown showing exactly when the link expires, actual visual previews of the images, and a massive, convenient one-click download all button. It's a page they can actually use without any confusion. So the absolutely crucial point to take away here is that there is zero friction for the person receiving the files. Literally none. They don't have to create a Dilnaka account. They don't have to verify an email address. They don't have to jump through any hoops whatsoever. They just click your link, view the professional download page, and grab their files. Done. All right, Section 4, Total Access Control. Now, giving out a link is great, but you need to know for a fact you haven't opened a permanent backdoor into your system. This centralized control surface is basically your mission control. The Shared Links dashboard provides total visibility. You can see at a glance your total links, how many are active, expired, or revoked. You can track the exact file payload, when the link was created, the exact to-the-minute expiry date, and its current status. You are never, ever left wondering what is floating around out there. And this is where the peace of mind really kicks in. Let's contrast these two states. An active link does its job flawlessly, granting access automatically until the exact moment the timer lapses. But let's say you sent the link to the wrong person, or maybe a project got canceled early. A revoked link instantly cuts off access. Right from that same dashboard, with one single click, you can manually revoke access at any time before the timer naturally runs out. You never lose control of your data. Finally, Section 5, Secure by Default. Let's wrap things up by understanding the invisible engine making this all possible. All that heavy lifting we talked about at the beginning, it still happens, but Dilnaka does it completely seamlessly in the background. It dynamically generates least privilege IAM policies on a per-request basis, so your security is rock solid, but you didn't have to rate a single line of JSON. It ensures instant global edge delivery right after an upload, so your files are fast everywhere. And it implements scene delivery defaults automatically. This is a system built from the ground up specifically for developer velocity. Which leaves us with this final, super important thought to take away today. We've seen how sharing files with expiring links can be reduced to literally just a few simple clicks, keeping you perfectly in control without touching a single line of configuration. So you really have to ask yourself, if your current storage platform isn't this effortless, what else in your team's workflow is it secretly slowing down? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I genuinely hope this helps you reclaim your flow state. Catch you next time.